Chef Mike here from Roth Living in Minnesota with an overview of the Wolf Convection Steam Oven. This 24-inch powerhouse has the ability to cook with both moist heat in the form of steam as well as dry convective heat. It can be trimmed out to 30 inches to match other wall ovens or can be trimmed to 24 inches. Let's take a look inside. Each Wolf Convection Steam Oven comes with 2 wire racks and 2 pans. One pan is perforated, which works nice for steam, but also for multi-rack cooking. It can be lined with either foil or parchment. And then it comes with a solid pan. Both of those pans are a little bit larger than a half-sheet pan. If you look towards the back of this oven, you'll see the convection fan. That's where the dry heat comes from. Steam generator inside the oven produces steam and fills the cavity. Now this Wolf oven, like every Wolf oven, comes with a temperature probe. For the steam oven, it's black. The other ovens is blue. But what's important about this probe is that it measures in the last 3/4 of an inch. So you want that to be in the center or the thickest part of your protein or in the center of your casserole to get an accurate temperature. You want the rest of the probe to be covered as well. There are 2 videos on this YouTube channel that cook with the probe, and so we'll go into more detail there. Now let's take a look at the controls. Let's start on the right-hand side with the water reservoir. This is where you would add tap water. It's not looking for filtered water or demineralized water, just regular tap water. There are 2 test strips provided in the owner's manual that you can test your water hardness, and then you can make adjustments in the settings for particularly hard water. Moving over to the left-hand side, we'll start with Quick Start, which is where the 5 most commonly used cooking modes are accessed. They are steam, convection, convection steam, convection humid, and reheat. There are several short videos on this YouTube channel that go into each of these cooking modes in more detail. Next to the Quick Start is Gourmet. And this mode is where you tell the oven what you're cooking: vegetable, poultry, meat, potatoes, pizza, and it decides the time, the temperature, and the humidity to perfectly cook that item. Under More, there's a slot to store 24 user programmable recipes where you can decide your favorite recipes and store them there. And then there's More Gourmet, which is additional food items like fresh and frozen appetizers and potato products that you just select the food and the oven does the rest of the work. Next are a couple of cooking modes: auto steam bake, slow roast, and auto reheat, which we have separate short videos on this YouTube channel to cover those more in depth. Also in the More menu, though, includes spa mode, sanitize, and keep warm. The favorites button is where you can store one of your favorite settings. Defrost, for instance. You can already set the temperature of the steam down right in that mode, and you can go right in and select favorites. Settings is where you can adjust everything from clock to the backlit display. It's where you adjust your water hardness and where you perform the descale function. So now that we've talked about the oven in an overview, come back to this YouTube channel and look at one of the videos with more detail in each of the cooking modes. So that completes our overview of the Wolf Convection Steam Oven. Come back to this YouTube channel, Roth Living YouTube, for videos more in depth into each of the cooking modes.